Hello and welcome. Today is a requested video tutorial. I have been asked to break down the 39 Philippine pesos coffee caramel. I'm going to share with you the recipe that is supposed to be used by these coffee shops to make this iced coffee caramel using the espresso machine. I'm going to break down the ingredients, the supplies that they need, and then I'm going to make the drink and taste. Stay tuned until the end of this video clip to find out what I think. Before we continue, click that subscribe button. The total cost supposed to be of this coffee caramel using espresso shots is 20 Philippine pesos. Now let's take a look at what their costing are and also the ingredients. The cost of the cup, 16 ounces, is estimated to be about 3 Philippine pesos. Now if you use the cheaper quality plastic cups like PP cups, you could probably get that for 3 Philippine pesos. Also the straw and the lid. Now, on the internet, they are not using any costing estimate for the lid. They're using a takeaway plastic bag. I'd say skip the takeaway plastic bag and use a lid instead. So for this and the ice is about 5 Philippine pesos. The ingredients for the coffee caramel using this 16 ounces cup is 1 shot of espresso. 1 shot of espresso uses about 9 grams of coffee beans. Now, the costing that they estimated is about 3 Philippine pesos. Now, that is about the same price as the cup. 3 Philippine pesos for 1 shot of espresso. That means the cost of the coffee beans per kilogram would be in the region of about 300 to 330 Philippine pesos. That is less than 10 US dollars. An additional 1 ounce or 30 ml of hot water to make this espresso shot double shot. So that means adding just water. Now that is absolutely unnecessary if you ask me, because you're just diluting your espresso and that is already done by adding ice into your drink. Okay, but anyway, I'm following the exact recipe. And then they're using milk. The estimate for the milk is about 11 Philippine pesos at 150 ml or 5 ounces of your milk. To get 150 ml for 11 Philippine pesos, the cost of your milk should be in the region of about 66 pesos to about 70 Philippine pesos per 1 liter. Again, if you can find that, perfectly fine. And finally, the caramel syrup. In the recipe, it says that it is using 10 ml of caramel syrup. With 10 ml of caramel syrup estimated to be about 1 Philippine peso, the cost of your caramel syrup per liter should be in the region of about 100 Philippine pesos. Now, if that is possible, by all means, go ahead and use that caramel syrup. So these are the ingredients that I used, and the total cost, according to the estimate, is 20 Philippine pesos. Now let's assemble the drink. Add the ice, the milk, caramel syrup, and finally the espresso shots. Iced caramel latte at a cost of 20 Philippine pesos and for sale at 39 Philippine pesos. Time for a moment of truth. Now let's find out how this tastes like. I mean, I use good quality coffee, good quality milk, and good quality caramel syrup for this one, but it is just a matter of different ingredients that you would be using, okay? But the recipe is exactly the same. The color is not too bad. I'm using a dark roast coffee beans here, so I suppose this is okay. But for a 16-ounce cup, I personally would recommend to use double shot of espresso or 60 ml. This is just using 30 ml. The taste is more of the caramel, less of the coffee, and also very, very milky. Now, for some, this is probably good enough. Well, if you can make this at the cost of 20 Philippine pesos and sell it for 39, which is more or less doubling your costs, then the taste is perfectly fine. Now, it is down to the ingredients that you use. If you're using low quality coffee beans, then the taste of this drink will not be as good as what I have here with me. And also, the taste of your milk is not there, well, you know, some of the milk that I have tried are just very watery, then you wouldn't even be able to taste the milk in here. And also the caramel, the flavoring will be very important to use. Well, slightly good quality caramel syrup would work with this one. So let's say you can make this at 20 Philippine pesos. Why not add a little bit more to make this taste even better? I understand that now Jollibee has started their coffee blends and they're selling their black coffee, hot black coffee, for about 45 Philippine pesos. Now that is achievable if you're Jollibee. That's because they order all their ingredients, all their supplies in high volume, high quantity, so they could really cut the cost down and make a very high margin, maybe triple the cost. But in the case of small startups or small cafes, that is not possible. Consider the investment that you made in your espresso machine and the grinder, also your overhead, the cost of your rent, the cost of your staff, whether it is possible to make a profit if you sell this for 39 Philippine pesos. That to me is a very big question mark. So there you go, that's my take on the 39 Philippine pesos coffee caramel. I would say that if you start with 39 Philippine pesos for, say, black coffee, that is perfectly fine. My personal recommendation on how to price your drinks would be to multiply it by at least 2.5 times. So if your cost here is 20 Philippine pesos, I would say multiply it by 2.5 and sell it for 50 Philippine pesos. Now at Jollibee, I understand that their milky drinks, regular size, and that might be 12 or 16, I'm not very sure, is priced at 50 Philippine pesos. I think that selling a milky drink for 50 Philippine pesos is okay. It's much better than selling it for 39 and you lose money. And also, the most important thing is that your coffee does not taste good enough and you don't get your customers coming back for more. That's all I would like to share with you today, and I hope this video is useful. If you have any feedback on how these coffee shops make their 39 Philippine pesos that you would like to share with the community, please leave some comments below. Don't forget to check out my books, All Things Milk Tea and The Basic Barista. Also click that subscribe button, like, comment, and share this video clip. I'll see you again next time. Thank you for watching. Ciao for now.